All right, lads, welcome back to me podcast Cheaper Than Therapy. Mick Thomas here. Happy 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. I got you, me. Checking the podcast wherever you're getting it from. Thanks. Keep watching, liking, subscribing, sharing, Spotify, all that. The other one is up there, The Manxiety Show with my good buddy Corey Brooks. All available also wherever you get your podcasts from. Ain't promoting any gigs this week because just out there shoveling away, working on new material. So I don't want people to come see it just yet. But I am aware it is the 4th of July today. I do look like an 80s douchebag, you know, from every 80s movie. You know that guy? I don't have the jawline for it though, but I do have the douchey haircut for it. So I'm an 80s bully today. If you're just listening, you're not going to know that. But if you're watching on YouTube, it is. Happy birthday, America. Like I said, the 4th of July, independence, when you beat Mexico in the World Cup. And that's what we're celebrating today. So, yeah, a lot of people don't like when foreigners tell them stuff about their country. That's one of the things I've noticed about living here. You know, like when you walk up to somebody and you have a chat, because I just love history, but when you walk up to somebody and you tell them something like, you know, George Washington wasn't the first president, right? It was John Henson. They go, what the fuck? And they have to go off and Google it and realize, holy shit, he was right. And you hate it. And I don't want to be that foreigner. I don't want to be him. But I am. So what do you got going on today, everybody, for the 4th of July? I have done the typical shit. Oh, by the way, if it's just every other country, happy Monday. Get back to work. I went to the beach yesterday. Why? Why do I go? It's just, you know what's sad about when you go to the beach? Because you're looking at one of God's greatest creations. Beautiful sand, lovely waves, clean ocean, blue sky, and just the litter. It's just covered in litter. Not Twix wrappers, Long Island people. It's just disgusting people destroying one of God's beautiful creations, which is horrible. Tattoos, loudness, just people who are they're just disgusting people, ruining it. And you go out because you got to do things with your family, don't you? You have to go. And I hate sitting still. So when I go to the beach, as much as I love the beach, I like the beach in the evening times when there's nobody there. I like to go for a walk. I like to, I sometimes in the summertime I'll bring a book out and I'll write. I just enjoy the ocean because there's nobody on it and I get to see it and it's appreciate it. But then you go during the day because your family want to go, don't they? They just want to go and you gotta go. You know why it's shit? Because you gotta carry a bowl, just so much shit to go. All I want to do is sit. I don't need anything to sit. I could just either bring a blanket, a towel, or a fold-up chair you put on your back. And I just want to sit. But you gotta fucking pack up everything. Just the amount of shit that nobody uses at the beach. You know what I mean? Like, here's the thing about the beach, what annoys me. Like, you'll see people there, and they'll be playing games that they would never, or doing stuff they would never do unless it was a beach. Do you know what I mean? Like, you would get to a beach, and like if I called you up on a Saturday in autumn, the fall, and I said, "Hey man, do you wanna throw a beanbag through a hole?" And then you throw your beanbag through a hole, and whoever gets it in the most wins. They go, "Why would I do that?" Yeah, exactly. Why would you do it? It's a waste of fucking time. But at the beach, apparently, that's what you do. Why? Because you don't. It's just boring. The beach is boring with people. Go by yourselves. Clear your mind. Clear your thoughts. Find God. Whatever you want to do at the beach by yourself. Have a wank. Make sure there's nobody around, though. Don't, like these games where they have these plastic bins and you throw a ball into them. And I would never do that any other day of the week, any other time of the year. But it's the beach. Hey, I have an idea. Let's get a ball and let's see who can keep it up in the sky the longest. Up in the air without letting it hit the ground. And that's a game. And that's what people do. It's awful. And again, I don't have the best artwork on my body. I do some tattoos. I have one or two I wouldn't mind getting taken off. Amputated if that was the case. So be it. But just the bad tattoos, man. It's ridiculous. And it's, you know what I mean? Like, because that's the thing about, like, especially on Long Island, anyone who lives in Suffolk County, you just assume because it's a tattoo shop, well, they know what they're doing and they're talented. And I have a friend, Emily Paul, you're probably friends with her on Instagram. Just a tremendous artist, tremendous tattoo artist. And she'll even tell you, like, there's no good tattoo shops on Long Island. There's not. There's no good ones on Long Island, especially out in Suffolk County. They're just, you get a license, and anyone can get a fucking license. In other words, did you clean your needle? Yeah, here's a license. And you got the flip charts on the wall of the butterfly and the panther that does this, right? We've all seen that tattoo, the bendy panther, and that's in the flip chart thing, and butterflies and Celtic crosses. And you go into these tattoo shops and you go, this guy knows what he's doing, and they so don't. They so don't, and they just get shitty tattoos all over their body. You know what I mean? And it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. They don't care. And we have to look at them. That's the problem. Like, I get you do it for you. Good for you, man. Feel good. But you that picture you got is not what it looks like. And you went into a picture of your son. It's not. He doesn't. You have an ugly son. If he looks just like what it is on your tattoo, because the artist was so bad, then I feel bad for your son. Unless he's got a disease that we didn't know about and the artist really captured it. But there's a chance, like, his eye is lower, way lower than the other one, like way down, like what's a Dali painting, you know, where it just melts and it comes down. So unless your son's eye is just melted, like he's a Dali painting, it's horrible. And we have to look at it. And then there's people that are not in shape, which is fine. That's the journey you chose. But stop sucking it in. You're not making a difference by, like, walking around like just sucking it in. It doesn't make it. It's too late. You didn't prepare for the summer. You're not going to start now. You're not going to save it. Because here's what people do. Like, the gym gets busy around May, really busy by May. Because I'm going to have a great body by the summer. Summer is, like, literally on the doorstep if it's May. To get ready for the summer, to have to feel good, start in February. Believe it or not, February you got to start. I know it sucks. And then you get, like, I didn't know the new bathing suit now for women was no bathing suit. It was just a line up your asshole. That's what's there. A line up your asshole. Unbelievable. You're just there, and people are with their Bluetooth stereos, and they assume we all want to hear their fucking shitty hip hop music. We don't. Like, it, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just think we litter the beauty of God's creation with us being alive. And of course, there was a shark attack yesterday. I should have led with that, you fucking idiot. You should have led with that. I should have just went, welcome back to the podcast, Cheaper Than Therapy. Shark attack. So we get out to the beach, and we're walking in, and you hear there's a woman stopping everybody, because we go in like a private, it's not a private, but it's a part not many people go, because you just heard I hate people. And she stops you, and she goes, just want to let you know, this morning, 10:30, a lifeguard was bit. So he was bit at 10:30 this morning. So we don't recommend that you do go swimming. We can't obviously stop. But the way she said it, at 10:30 this morning, there was a shark attack. You kind of thought you were at SeaWorld. Like, well, there was a feeding at 10:30. We're going to have another attack at 12, another one at 2, and then the last one will be at 4:30. So I walk in and I say that because what do? Everyone, if you don't know me by now, I've shared this emotion with you all, that when I get scared or if I have an emotional pain, I just immediately turn to jokes to deflect them. You know, I did that. 2 examples I'll give. I was never going to talk about them, but I said, you know, I might as well. I'm just going to be myself. So I'll tell you. The first one, I remember I was a kid, and you can Google all this information. In Scotland, there was a shooting. Now, remember, when you get mad at this, what I said, you're going to get mad at me for saying this. But remember, I was 9, maybe, possibly 10. right? So you don't get mad and try cancel a 9-year-old Mick Thomas, because 9-year-old Mick Thomas said this, not me, Mick. In Scotland, there was a town called Dunblane. A guy walked in and he shot and he killed a bunch of children, sadly. So we were boys. There was no internet. You just had to wait to get home on the news to hear about that. So, but it became breaking news. All the TV, across the TVs, the one channel that we had in Ireland was shut down, like breaking news and whatever. So the principal, Mr. Tim Galvin, came in. I feel weird calling him Tim, because you can't say that, because he was always Mr. Galvin. He's probably dead now. So Mr. Galvin came in, and I'm sitting up at the front with Jason Kehoe, me and Jason on one, and we just went tables 2 by 2. And he came in here, and he comes up to the teacher, and he whispers in her ear, Mrs. Kinsella, and he said, he goes, boys, I gotta tell you, and girls, there was girls in the class, and it was in, I think, October or November, getting close to Christmas. So he came in, he goes, just want to let you know that in Scotland today, a man went in and he shot and he killed some children, and he mentioned, I think the number was 14. You'll have to fact check me and just go ahead and look it up, but he said, I think he said 14 at the time. And he said he shot and killed, we'll say 10, just round it down, so it's less depressing. Like 10 kids is better than not 14 kids. So he came in and he went, sorry boys, just want to let our boys and girls just let you know that there was sadly blah blah blah. There was a school shooting, someone was killed, and 10 children were killed. And everyone gasped and all that stuff, right? And some people were crying, and some people got scared, and some people didn't understand. You don't understand. You're 10. There was no murders in Ireland apart from the IRA. But I remember my immediate reaction just went, and I was sitting there, top of the class, as a punishment. You're sitting there, blah, blah, blah. He went in, and 10 children were shot and killed. And I just went, well, it looks like Santa will be done early this year. Because that was my way of processing the pain. Mr. Gavin, get out of the class. He drags me out by the neck here, drags me out down the hallway, calls Father Kehoe. Father Kehoe, no relation to Jason. Father Kehoe comes down, and he, because the priests you were more afraid of the church than you were of the principal. Like, you're always afraid of the principal in Ireland, but then if you were really bad, they brought in God. They brought God in to punish you. That's how bad. That's how severe the thing I said was. So we go to the thing. I remember, like, even when I took my son to we've been going to Disney pretty much every year. The odd year we missed it, like, since the kids were small. But my son at the time, years and years ago, had been diagnosed with American things with letters, and he had all, like, these sensory issues and all these other types of issues. So he had it when he was very small, like a toddler. He had a therapist would come to the house 3 days a week and work with him on some of the issues. So we told the therapist, like, we'll not be here next week. We'll be in Disney, so we'll reschedule the meetings. And she goes, you do realize with his issues, I can give you this note. You could take it to Disney, and you get to go kind of front of all the lines, so he doesn't have to wait. And I go, great, thanks. So we take the letter, we go down to Disney, and we take it over to the people you're supposed to, and go, hey, the therapist gave us this and told us. And the guy was like, yeah, not a problem. Let me take a picture of the little prince. Because they had to take a picture of him, because if not, you just walk in like, I don't have a kid. So they had to take a picture. So when you scan your things in, the picture of your kid comes up, so they know you're not lying. How many people in your party? So we all get 4 of us, whatever, 5 maybe. Sister-in-law may have came. So you go down, and he's like, where is the little prince? And we pointed over there. And he had his sister pinned against the wall going, rawr, 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 rawr. And he was like, oh my God, the poor. I was like, I know, right? So give us the pass. We go. So we've been doing that kind of every year. We go down, we'd be going to this. So we went just there. We took a break for maybe like 3 years from going down. So we went, this year we went down. And we go in and go, therapist, here's the note, same thing. We go, but now, like, my son's a bit older, right? He still has the issues. But now he's just like, you wouldn't know it. But like 5 minutes online waiting for something, it all kicks back up again, right? It all the shit starts again. And you're like, here we go. Like, we need to get off this line. We're going to ruin this day for everybody else on this line. So we go in and we said, well, we might as well get it. But I felt bad because he just looks like a normal air quotes, normal kid walks in, like, how you doing? So I go, listen, mate, you got to sell it. Like, I feel bad about getting this pass as it is. You really got to sell it. Like, don't make eye contact with them. Because some of those kids can't make like, walk on your toes. That's a big one. Maybe rock back and forth. Like, just sell it a little bit, right? Really kind of make us feel good that we're jumping the line for everybody. So we're walking in, we're standing there, and he's doing the thing. He's got his head down. He's really doing a good job of selling it. You know what I mean? Really doing a great job of selling it. But as we're waiting there, this family came around with this girl, and she was in a wheel, like a really big wheel. You know the big wheelchairs? It's not just like a normal one of them. It's like the big motorized one with the headpiece and like a huge wheelchair. And that's when it took, and I felt it, right? I felt really bad because she was really selling it. She was really selling this. And I was like, look, I said to my son, look, why can't you? That's it. See that? What the fuck? Why couldn't you do it like that? You know, and get it was a joke, right? But that's what I said in the moment because of the pain of seeing a family like that, a kid like that. It just crushes you. So my fucking weird thing in my head went, make a joke. Make it a cruel joke, whatever it is. Nobody heard me say it, just my son heard it. And that's what I do. That's just the way I'm built. Am I working on it? Yes. I don't want to be the guy that just does that all the time. But yeah, so that was, you know, so when we walk in, we hear the woman talk about the shark attack. She was like, oh, the shark attack was at 10:30. And I said, oh, just like, when's the next one? Or will we be back in time for the next one, 12:30? I can't remember what I said, something like that. And she just looked at me. And then, but one family in front of us got it. So like, the mother laughed really hard. And I guess the daughter turned around, the older daughter turned around, she goes, that's not funny. And the mother laughed. I was like, I don't fucking know. But that was, you know, and you just that's the beach. That's what it is. That's what it just ruins. And now I gotta go do a thing. You know what I mean? Like wait, like today is the 4th now. I'm recording this in the morning time, the 4th, and I just have to go do like a bar. Like I don't. Why do we have to go to somebody's house now and like eat their food and pretend like you're gonna have a good? It's just I don't know, man. Making conversation to me is like it's just really. You know, I gotta go fucking now. I gotta pretend to like people. That's the thing I gotta say. I gotta pretend to be nice. I gotta pretend to be in. Like I don't give a shit about your deck. You know what I mean? Like now I gotta stand on your deck and it's like, oh, well, we use 2. They recommend 4-inch nails, but we thought we would go with 3, and that would be fine. I don't care about your deck. If you light this on fire right now and do us all a favor and burn us all with it, like I'll be fine with that. So now I gotta go do that. I do that thing today when all I want to do is just sit around and just like, cause I can't sit still, right? I can sit down and relax if I'm watching something or reading or writing, but to sit there and just like stare at the ocean, I'm bored. When I go to someone's house now, I just got to stand there and like just pretend I give a shit about their stories. You know, it really is a waste of a day. Yeah, that's all. I don't know. That's all I can say about it. It's just a waste of a day. Oh, the other thing I was going to talk about real quick, actually, which is I saw, because if I don't do it this week, I'll forget it for next week. I saw on Sesame Street this week. Why are you watching Sesame Street, Mick? Shut up. Mind your business. Anyone knows I'm a big Jim Henson Muppet fan. Elmo got the vaccine this week. I think who do you call it was going to talk about it too. I think Russell Brand was mentioning it. Elmo got the vaccine. Yeah, on an episode. He has a dad and a brother now, which I didn't know. I didn't know he had a dad and a brother. Did you? I didn't know when that happened. And it was just, he was like, yeah, it didn't hurt at all. It was just like, aren't you made of cushions, Elmo? Why are you getting the vaccine? You're made of cushions. And then his dad then turns to the camera and he was like, yeah, a lot of people had a lot of questions about the vaccine, but I'm glad I took Elmo and I talked to my doctor first. I was like, what the fuck is this show happen? Remember it was The Count? Beautiful. Remember Grover? Mr. Hooper? Remember those? You learned letters. I learned so many things. The dish ran away with the spoon, it turns out. I didn't know. I learned that from Sesame Street. Hey, did a little The Cat and the Fiddle. Tune in tomorrow. We find out what else happened. Like, oh, come on. The dish ran away with this. You learn these things from Sesame Street. Big Bird, Mr. Snuffleupagus, Oscar the Grouch. I looked at Sesame Street as a kid growing up and I thought like it was like communism. I know that sounds bad, but it was like I didn't understand. There was like, because the guy worked in the store and you had the garbage man and you had a doctor and a dentist and you had Dracula and you didn't, like, they all lived together. Bert and Ernie didn't have a job, but they still had an apartment, and you just assume that that's what people do, and you don't care that, like, the doctor made more than the garbage man. I just thought, like, in life, like, well, I'll be the one who tells the jokes on the show. That's what I'll do. When I was a kid, I used to watch Sesame Street. And this is now they're getting vaccines. This isn't me not being anti-vaccine, but I think you're desperate. Are we still doing the vaccine now? I thought we were done with that. I thought we were done. Like, that's what we do. We're not caring about that anymore. We're not caring about Ukraine. That can fuck off. It's Roe v. Wade now until the next thing comes up. It's Roe v. Wade. That's what we're arguing about. That's what we're going. That's why, you know what? A lot of people are hating America right now because of, like, Independence Day. I'm scared to go on Instagram, but I have to post this shit. And I guarantee you when you go in there, I'm not getting my independence until I get my vagina back or something. I don't read your signs. I don't read your signs. But whatever you do, go to someone's house, eat their food, drink their beers, litter the beach, whatever you do. Love your country, hate your country. I suggest you love it. It's not a bad spot. I've traveled. I've seen other places. This is not a bad spot. Happy birthday, America. Happy 4th of July. Thanks for listening, liking, subscribing, and sharing. As always, wash your hands, you dirty fuckers. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.